What's going on, guys? Prolific Reviews here with a review of the Gucci New Ace leather trainers. These were from Flannels. The retail price of these trainers comes in at around about £405, but I managed to get them on the website from Flannels as a discount. It was down to about £340, which is a great steal. You can see here that it was £405, size 10. So from Flannels you get this nice little Gucci box with a nice embroidery on the top of the Gucci logo. You also get shoe bags. You get 2 of those with a Gucci stitched onto the front, which is quite a nice addition to the purchase that you get. These are really soft, really smooth. They do mark quite easily, as you can see here. I've only worn them a couple of times, but they do mark. Moving on to the shoe itself, so it's a nice traditional Gucci trainer. It's quite heavy, to be honest. It is quite a heavy shoe, but it's a very nice design. It's very traditional. You've got the Gucci stripe here. You've got the snake skin on the back, which is actually real snake skin. It's quite smooth. The Gucci embroidery on the back there, which is quite classic. The shoe has the nice black laces on the front, keeping it traditional. You've got the Gucci Made in Italy branded sole, which is very, very nice. The shoe itself is leather and the bottom is rubber, as you could expect, with a nice little embroidery of, I'm not really sure what that is on the bottom, but it does make for a nice viewing. To be honest, it's quite a nice shoe. Now, I have worn these shoes a couple of times and I do have some aspects which are a little bit frustrating. So on the inside here you can see that this sole, it's very, very, very slippery, and you can feel that when you're walking in the shoe. You can feel your feet sliding about a bit. Now, the bottom of the shoe is very, very flat. Now, for flat-feeted people, this would be okay, but the shoe itself, I do feel very, very flat-footed walking, and some people might find that very uncomfortable. And I think that's also contributed to the way that your foot slides in the shoe. The tongue is a decent size. Again, it's made of leather. However, when you do wear trainer socks, you still need to roll them down because you can still see the trainer sock. If you're into one of those fashions where you've got to have your ankle showing, you may be best off with a sock that's rolled down to about here, because it does show the sock. Because this is quite a low fit here. So yeah, I would recommend having a trainer sock that rolls down towards the bottom of the toes, or not wearing them at all, but then your feet will slide about and it probably will get sweaty because of the material of the shoe. If you are to wear trainer socks, please be mindful of the back of the shoe, as what I've found is that this bit is very, very, very rigid. As you can see, I'm pushing that down there, and it's very rigid and it can cause blisters on the back of the foot. I've had a couple, simply because it just rubs on and it's rigid, and it does take some time to wear, and I haven't worn it enough to wear it in. Staying on the back of the shoe again, this is real snakeskin, as I told you before. If you are not careful with this, like here, I've very worn it a few times, but you can see that they are starting to come away, and you do have to be really careful of that aspect of the shoe because it is real snakeskin and it's very delicate. One last thing about this trainer before we do the overview is that I think that you need to be mindful of how you wear the shoe, because this bit, as you can see here, and I'm only creasing it that much, it does show creases because it is leather. Now, I don't know if there's any products out there which can get rid of creases, but that is something that you need to be mindful of. For driving, where you use your toes a lot, you could end up with a lot of creases on the front of the shoe, and then that will potentially spoil the actual shoe itself, and it won't be as good looking as it is right now. Overall, I think the shoe is a beautiful shoe. It's very traditional, says exactly what it does on the tin. You know exactly what brand it is, you know it's Gucci. That is a very, very significant marker for the brand, and if you didn't know, it would be on the back anyway. It is an expensive shoe, but if you can afford it, then go for it, because it's everybody knows what brand it is. You see a lot of people wearing this shoe out and about in town on different occasions. For me, I just wear it for things like birthdays, meals, things like that, because I don't want to ruin this shoe. It's £400 worth of shoe, so I personally wouldn't, but if you've got the money, then go for it. In the early stages, this shoe is uncomfortable, as of this part here, and the sliding can be quite irritating, but you do get used to it over time. And then, I've only worn it a couple of times, and I really do like wearing the shoe. I think I've just got to wear it in a little bit more. As always with a brand like Gucci, you are paying for the brand itself. Some people just tend to wear these because it looks good and not because it feels nice to wear. But I think it's a very soft shoe, apart from the back part, and I would just say that just needs wearing in. But yeah. So guys, that concludes my review of the Gucci New Ace leather trainers. I am going to be doing a lot more reviews of trainers and other products coming up very shortly. If you could give me a subscribe, a comment or a like, that'd be really helpful for the next video.